I'm Ruzaina Haji. I grew up eating traditionally prepared meals by my grandmother and family. In my travels to many destinations, I enjoyed various cuisines with exotic flavors, which has definitely left a mark in my cooking. My recipes are a concoction of childhood memories and my travels around the world, and mainly to give prominence to those really tasty dishes that are less talked about. This is the minority taste. So in Malaysian cuisine, there's a lot of pastes involved. The main paste is a red paste. There's so many names given to it. Some people call it the rampe paste, some people call it the belacan paste, but each paste has slightly different flavors to it depending on what you do. I'm going to show you the basic red paste that is used for Malaysian cuisine. I'm going to use traditional Malaysian versions, twisting it with a little Sri Lankan touch to it, obviously. So the first thing you do for your basic Malaysian red paste is you take the red long chili. Now, don't substitute this with fresh chili because the fresh chili is much more stronger in taste and it's completely different to the dried red chili. The red chili, the dried one, gives a very rich but smoky flavor to it. So what you do is you just break it off, or you can cut it with a scissor if you like and be dainty and beautiful about it, but I just like to be rough with it. And you take the seeds off, and what you do is you put it in warm water and you soak it for about 10 minutes. I've already done that here. And shallots, lots of shallots. Now if you are Sri Lankan, you'll know that, or if you use onions, you will know that shallots give a much more sweeter and stronger flavor than the big Bombay onion. So Malaysians, they use a lot of shallots, so does Sri Lankan. Now for shallots, you should use, if you're using, let's say about 10 or 20 shallots, just use 2 or 3 pods of garlic. Don't overpower it with garlic and don't add anything else, because if you add more garlic, it's going to give you a Chinese taste to it, like a chili garlic sauce. That's not what we're looking for. We want the red smoky chilies, the dried chilies to shine, and just the hint of garlic and onion for the flavor. And the next one is dried shrimp. Now if you can find the smaller version, just rehydrate it and soak it for about 5 minutes in warm water, drain it out, and it'll be all like wet and mushy like this. So this is what you're looking for. But if you have the big shrimps, rehydrate it and process it just a little bit so that it will look flaky like this. Now this is what gives it that rich, pungent smell. Now if you don't like these flavors, you're in the wrong channel. And that is what you need for your basic red Malaysian curry paste. I'm going to do 2 things today. I know everyone knows Nasi Goreng and they have their own versions to it, but this is a very traditional Nasi Goreng. It's used a lot by Malaysians. So what you do is you take a processor and add all that beautiful hydrated dried red chili. Then you add your shallots, your onions, your garlic. I'm using virgin coconut oil, a spoonful. You can use any kind of oil you want. I suggest not using olive oil because this is not Italian. This is after all Asian, so stick to a softer or milder version of the oils without any flavor. But coconut oil gives a coconutty flavor, but it's Asian cuisine, so it doesn't matter. So this is probably one of the most easiest rice dishes you'll ever know. What you're going to do is you're going to start cooking the paste. And once it starts cooking, you'll get that beautiful rich aroma. So once it starts changing color and it's cooking, add salt. Now you will notice that when I'm cooking Asian food, that especially East Asian food, I don't use a lot of measurements. I mean, I use measurements for Sri Lankan food, I use measurements when I'm making other types of food like European or even Thai. Like, actually, no. East Asian like Thai, Malaysian, Indonesian, they don't really use measurements. They just know. They're like super mathematicians. Like, if you're a cook, you'll know. But again, when you're using salt and spice, just think about your palate, because for each individual, spice and salt is a very personal thing. And just look at that now, right? Look how it changes color and it gives us that beautiful rich look. That's when you add the dried shrimp. So you add your rehydrated dried shrimp. And let that cook. Let the dried shrimp absorb all that beautiful rich flavor. And it should look something like, you can dry this out as much as you want, because right now it's turning into a kind of a chili paste, but I prefer it a little bit moist. So I'm gonna stop cooking now, and your sambal paste is ready. So what you do is you just take that chili paste out and you add in thinly sliced chicken breast. This is the starting of this rice. Now if you don't like any chicken, you can just add the prawns or cuttlefish into the chili paste itself and start cooking, but I like to mix chicken and shrimp in this rice. So just let it cook. Don't add any more oil, because remember the whole red paste is made with oil, so let it just cook. Just let it get all the flavor. Wipe all the flavor clean with the chicken. So once the chicken is cooked and looking nice and moist, you put your red chili paste right back in there. I'm going to reduce the heat just a little bit. And into this, I'm going to add shrimp, fresh shrimp. Now you can dice the shrimp if you like. And what you're looking for here is just for the shrimps to turn color. Don't overcook your cuttlefish and shrimp, because that's when it gets too rubbery. So once the shrimp turn color, that's your cue to put in the rice. This is cooked the night before, because you have to always use old rice or rice that you cooked the night before for any of your fried rice or East Asian cuisine, because that's when the rice is a little bit dry, so it gives room for the sauces to absorb. So just mix all that beautiful red chili paste, shrimp and chicken. Okay, so I have to admit something, like I love East Asian cuisine. I think you guys already know that. That's my palate. Sri Lankan and East Asian is my jam. Okay, so when it comes to East Asian cooking, you need all these sauces. Like, I'm a sauce hoarder. Like, I have so many sauces, like from Sri Lanka, from Thailand, from Malaysia, from China, from Korea, you name it, I have it. Okay, it's not only here, I even have sauces and dry rations over there. Then I have like loads and loads of spices and stuff over here in this cupboard. I will sort it out one day, but I know where everything is. Okay, so my kitchen, my rules. Today we're gonna use this. It's a sweet soy sauce. It's used a lot in Malaysian cooking, but if you don't have, or if you can't find the sweet soy sauce, you can use a little bit of sugar and soy sauce for this rice. So heat back up on again and add just a little bit, because this is very thick and syrupy. What we are looking for is balance. A little bit of white pepper, not too much, because white pepper, although it's white, it's really hot and spicy and gives you that kick. The red chili paste is already a little spicy, so be mindful with that. So into this, you make a little hole in the middle, put about 2 eggs, and let that cook a little bit. I love scrambling the egg this way. And look at that beautiful whirlpool of goodness. And keep cooking it. So when it's scrambled, just mix up your rice. Look at that beautiful omelette taking its share in this beautiful rice. These are just de-seeded cucumbers, or gherkins some people call it. De-seed them, cut it into quarters like this, de-seed them, and you go diagonal slices and just thinly slice it like this. Last but not least, you add your beautiful shredded or thinly sliced cucumbers. And you can just add more color. And you plate up this beautiful rice. Just look at that. It ticks all the boxes. So there you go, my beautiful Malaysian inspired Nasi Goreng, and I'm going to tell you about the flavors in this. It's rich in heat, it's sweet, it's mildly tantalizing, and really good. Give it a go, give it a try, and let me know.